Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Jedi Knights Watch. My name is Graham, and today we're going to be doing another Sideshow 6-scale figure unboxing and review. Yes, it finally happened. A figure that I've been wanting for a while here now, and I finally splurged, finally made it happen. It is the Sideshow Jabba the Hutt Deluxe with the throne. This thing is massive. I actually did a live well, not a live unboxing, but I videotaped myself doing an unboxing with Margot, my daughter, helping me. And the audio to the microphone kept cutting in and out, so that is not going to work. So we're going to do it a little bit different today, but we're still going to do an unboxing. I'm still going to try to give you my authentic and raw emotions from this unboxing. First things first, I got mine on eBay. This is used. Was told that it was in near mint condition, but one of Salacious Crumb's heads, the ears was broken off. So I knew that going in, and very excited to open this. The box is massive. It is a lot bigger than I thought it would be. It is pretty much as big as my kids. So yeah, they were using it to play in afterwards, but we're just going to unbox it here. It was packaged really nice, so the seller did a really good job doing that for me, and even double boxed it. So we have the original Sideshow shipper, and then there we have the box, which you saw in the beginning of the video. Of course, my dog Sunny is helping me or getting in the way. I'm not really sure which is which, but she was very interested in it as well. Here you can see, like, talking to my daughter, just very excited. Finally seeing the box, seeing the massive size of this thing. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of "that's what she said" jokes on this video, but nonetheless, I could not hide my excitement or my shock to see the pure size of this 6-scale figure. Jabba the Hutt, man, I'm really going on an OT binge in 2025, and I'm loving it. But nonetheless, here we are unboxing, and you see all of the pieces, the parts, the accessories. You can see the Salacious Crumb is a fragile figure, and I'm not too excited on how he's packaged there, all his limbs together. I did find a broken hand that looked like it had been glued together, so that was a little alarming, I guess. But also, there's going to be more to that to come here. But I'm excited at this point. I'm pulling out all the pieces. Here we're starting to see the Salacious Crumb. The second head sculpt is broken. You can see that point right there on the ear. It is broken. It's not in terrible shape, but it is broken, and it was told me that only one was. The tail was also loose, broken off the body, so that's very frustrating. And again, that hand was broken too, so I'm going to have to use my Hot Toys figure here. It did reach out to the seller. I'm hoping that they will work with me on this, because you know, this is an expensive piece. You know, we paid a lot of money. There's everything just kind of piled in for Salacious Crumb. He's a very fragile figure, and speaking of fragile, here is Jabba the Hutt, and he's made of like a resin material, and he's got some weight to him as well. He wasn't light. Just kind of cleaning off the styrofoam that kind of was loose, and I notice right off the bat there's a rub mark on the top of his head, which is really frustrating, of course, and I did note that to the seller as well. I found 2 rub marks on the figure, but other than that, he was in a good shape. You can even see the nice detail here, the cut in Jabba's tail. Never even knew that he had a cut until I was watching some videos on this figure, so, you know, that's pretty cool too, the attention to detail. But yeah, it's a massive figure. The paint applications look really good. You can see the dark green going into like a brownish, tannish color, and all the kind of like the wrinkles and stuff on his belly. The arms and the mouth and the eye pieces are all going to be magnetic, so it easily just kind of pegs in, and it has a really good grab too. The only problem is you're going to see the seam lines. We'll get a better look at that a little bit later in the video. Here we are with the base. This thing is heavy, and this is where my daughter is like behind the camera with her covering her mouth in awe of, like, again, the size of this piece. It looks really great. The back railing is even like cold to the touch, like it feels like a metal. And then you do have like these gargoyle type decorations here on the throne that look really nice. They even have like a green color to them to kind of look like calcium or rust buildup, so those look really cool as well. The pitting and the stonework, the paint apps on this thing look really, really good. Sideshow did a nice job here. You got one of his little snacks inside what looks to be water, and it does a really good job kind of replicating that, and that just kind of goes into the dish here, or the bowl, and that looks really cool too. So man, this piece is just super fun to look at and super fun to kind of put together. We're going to add Jabba to the throne here, and then we're going to give him his hookah pipe, which, again, really good detail. You can see just the amount of detail that's in that thing. We're going to add the face piece here. We're going to just build this thing together. We're going to put the arms in, and the magnets are really solid too, so they do go in pretty pretty easily, but then they hold really well too. And then putting the pipe in his hand was a little tricky. There's some grooves in the hand. You can either use this or his snack, which we'll look at in a little bit. But it wanted to fall out, so you got to get it just right. The eyes, he's got 3 sets of eyes wide open right here. And then we have slightly, you know, starting to close. And then we have like either sleepy or, you know, I've been puffing on the hookah eyes here. We're going to use those for right now. So they just, again, peg right in. Again, with this close-up look, you can see the seams around the eyes. They kind of blend in with all the wrinkles, but then you can also see it in the mouth too, which is noticeable, but at the same time, you kind of got to sacrifice a little bit when you're talking about this figure. He does come with some soft goods as well. He has 2 rugs. It's like an animal skin rug, which looks really nice too, really well done. It's like a pelt. Very nice, so he can sit on that. And then we do have another one, which is not as nice, but it's super thin, kind of papery like material, but it gets the job done. So some creases in it. I might iron it out over time just to get it to lay how I want. And then a ton of pillows. I think there's 11. I didn't really count them, but a lot of hair on this too, like cat hair. Kind of unfortunate, but it is kind of par for the course when you're buying used. That top of the head is really bothering me, but luckily I don't really notice it when he's in the display. And then I did use my Salacious Crumb from Hot Toys that came with C-3PO, and we'll get a little bit of a comparison between the two. I'm just going to pull out the head here because this guy is so busted up that I don't even want to take him out of the box. So he's got a little bit more of like a shine to him. I do think the Sideshow one actually looks a little bit better, which is kind of unfortunate because I'm not going to be using it. And here are the other 2 mouthpieces. You have all the way closed, and then you do have the tongue kind of coming out there with the saliva. I do like this. It's fun, but I don't think I'm going to use it. I'm not a big fan of how the saliva looks coming out. Just, I don't know. And then he gets another snack here. I don't know what these animals are, but he can hold that too. Same hand that you use for the hookah pipe. And then there's a plate of food, and then we have 3 cups that you can kind of just arrange on the throne as you would like. And again, the pillows are really nice. They're like beans inside, so real working pillows, which is good to see. Here's another shot of the throne itself. Again, look at the attention to detail. It looks like a real rock. It's made of resin. It's got nice pitting, good color, and Jabba himself looks really good too. You can see the color kind of changing. You know, I think everything blends in well. You do have some seams there, but nonetheless still looks really good. Marco was super excited for this. She just wanted to touch the pillows and look at this thing, and she couldn't believe how cool this was as well. So she was excited. She's like asking questions. So I always like that when my kids are kind of intrigued with what I'm collecting. So here he is, all put together. We got Salacious Crumb on one of the pillows. We changed it up a little bit here. We got the open eyes, and he's holding one of his snacks that he eats in the movie. So we changed it up here just so you can kind of see a different look. And I'm pretty happy with this. I'm a little upset about some of the things that were wrong with it that the seller didn't disclose, but I'm going to work on that here in the future to try to get some resolution to that. But nonetheless, I mean, this thing is so impressive. It's got so much shelf presence. Like, your eye just goes to this piece when you put him into the Maju cases. And speaking of Maju cases, here he is in the display, and I added some figures around him to make it feel more like Tatooine, Jabba's palace, and I think so far we're off to a really good start here. We got Han and Carbonite, which is technically Empire Strikes Back, but I think it can work here fine. Of course, we have C-3PO and R2-D2 with Salacious Crumb there, and then on the other side, because again, I think I saw Jawa in there. We got Jawa and Gonk, and then of course Boba Fett with the Sarlacc pit, and I think, man, Jabba looks so good. I think this is just a great representation of Return of the Jedi. You can see a great comparison of Jabba with the rest of the figures and just his size and how massive he is, but so happy to have this in the collection. Hope you guys really enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. Hit that like button, subscribe, and till next time, stay safe out there, and we'll see you soon.